Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, hope you're having a good day today. Hope your day is going well and hope it continues to go well. It's been a long time since I said this, but 21 Pilots are back at it on the Clancy World Tour. This time going to a part of the world they haven't been to in quite a long time, since the Bandito Tour, since the Trench era, and that is New Zealand and Australia. They did their first show last night. Technically this morning for us in the US. I woke up at 5 a.m. for work and the show was still going on. So regardless, they either this morning or last night, they did their first show. They did the first show of this run. And a lot of people going into this had a lot of questions, such as, will the set list stay the same? Will anything be added? Will anything be taken away? Will Tyler continue to wear the shirts that have little bit of lore elements with the collage of pictures that have architecture, art, unseen photo shoots we've seen, Clancy letters, pictures of Clancy and Blurryface, so on and so forth? And will there be any lore, much like how we had several lore shows here in the US with the final date of the Clancy US date, as well as the one day in California, where we got the violation code and Blurryface tweeted out. So a lot of questions, and we'll go ahead and talk about two of them, because spoilers, Blurryface didn't tweet out last night, and the Bishops didn't interrupt, much like the final day of the Clancy World Tour where we saw Dan Lisden and Sally Secarver. That did not happen. What about the set list? That didn't change. The set list stayed the exact same, which of course is to be expected, because 21 Pilots, sure, they aren't doing Snapback or At the Risk of Feeling Dumb, but the set list is set in stone. They had a little bit of time off where, sure, they could have spent the time rehearsing, but I think they want to spend time, especially Tyler, want to spend time with family, not going into the lair and being like, okay, cool, let's put the backing track for this in, we'll add this, we'll take this one out. Because, I mean, pretty much everyone loved the Clancy Tour set list. I mean, of course, a lot of people wish they would add At Risk of Feeling Dumb, but pretty much everyone loves the Clancy Tour set list. And honestly, it's one of their best set lists of all time, with amazing transitions. I will say though, during the after B stage, before Oldie Station, they did not do Hometown. Of course, that was saved for Columbus. They didn't do Hometown. They didn't do Slowtown. So no Slowtown, no Hometown. They also did not do Fake You Out. They just did Guns for Hands. And there could be a reasoning to that. Maybe they could not get the keytar to come overseas because, restrictions and all that stuff. It's very common for artists to have certain rigs, like a US rig, a Europe rig, and an Australia, Asia rigs. That way it saves money on transport, two, fees, all that stuff. Very common for art. Like, I know a lot of guitar players will have guitars exclusively over in Europe and guitars exclusively in the US and Canada. So fun little music touring tip for you. So maybe they just didn't have the keytar over here, or forgot to pack it, or couldn't bring it over here for whatever reason, such as a certain material that's not allowed over in the country. Who knows? But so they did Guns for Hands, they did Oldie Station, but that was it. That was the only omissions, was Slowtown and Fake You Out. The rest stayed pretty much the exact same, all the same stuff. Of course, Paladin Bandito, Jumpsuit, everything, the order stayed the same. B stage, yes, the oldies medley was the exact same songs. As far as Tyler's t-shirts, yep, no, those are indeed continuing. And this was the shirt from last night. As you see here, you have like a little eyeball right there. We've had a lot of eyeball imagery on Tyler's shirts. I think this is Tyler's eye, maybe. But the interesting thing is, and like a little bit more down there, interesting thing to me, besides whatever this is this little shot up here, this little image. This caused a little bit of panic amongst 21 Pilot fans from what I saw on Twitter, Blue Sky, Discord, all that fun stuff. Because a lot of people thought, one, this was the Bishop of Blurryface and the Torchbearer, and or two, which is my headcanon, Keon's and the Torchbearer. I've been wanting a Keon's Torchbearer plan meetup for quite some time. That is in my head canon, but this image has indeed been found. And the image is from the photo that was taken of all the Banditos in the Levitate music video. A fun little group picture, and it zoomed in on the dudes in the back here, which is crazy. One, it's crazy how people found this. Two, why is it zoomed in on them? That is Tyler. So if you are, that's a lot of glare coming from that. If you're a part of a 21 Pilots Tyler Shirt Nation over on the Discord, it's time to eat again. You are being fed. Unlike the FPE letters, which of course are done because they aren't going to ship that stuff overseas, being that it's memorabilia and shipping costs will be, after all, very expensive, much like how it was expensive shipping all that extra stuff over in the US. I can't imagine how much tickets would cost if they did go overseas with that, because you have to like get insurance on everything. You have to get the flight coverage and make sure everything's intact. And like, of course, if anything gets lost, oh no. So it's smart. It's I get it. It's definitely smart. But yeah, all that fun stuff. Shirt Nation's getting fed. FPE letters are officially done. We may get lore. Who knows? And when will you get updates? In the morning, because the show's be over when I wake up, which on one hand will be nice. Secondly, on the other hand, I'll be waking up, so I will be very tired, and I'll be like, yeah, so this is what Larry Face did last night, and I just want my coffee, and I have to get ready for work, and my hair needs done, and all that stuff. But we'll cross that bridge if there's any lore at these shows. I want to imagine that one will get it. Who knows? But anyway, guys, that is it. I'm going to go torture myself now and listen to all of Boy with Yuke's new album per popular request. I'm not looking forward to it. Unfortunately, I label myself as the man of the people. So, yay. Charity links down in the description box below for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. For this month, we are raising money for charity. So we'll see you all later. Goodbye. And good night, more importantly, have a good day. And I'll see you later. I don't want to listen to this.